I once wanted to commit suicide. That's how bad things were. And I said to myself, wait a minute, what do you really want to kill? You don't want to kill yourself. There's just something in you you don't like that you want to kill. And I began working on the fact that I was a good person. And I was a good person. I deserved good. I deserved love. And when I began to recognize that, I began to become more loving. Doesn't mean I don't get angry at times. We all get angry. We all get sad. We have all these emotions. Life can be difficult at times, and it's perfectly natural. But the truth is, the deeper inherent nature of every individual is that they are good, and that they deserve happiness, and that happiness is natural. And to do one's best to pour themselves into life, no matter what it may be, and that they will begin to be happy. And no matter how anyone may laugh, like, oh, look at you, you want to be in the choir, or look at you, you want to be goody-goody. No, don't worry about them. And those who somehow may ridicule the ones that want to be good, in you also is a goodness that just wants to express itself. And if you just let it out, just a little bit at a time, just allow yourself to feel a little safe. The more you do it, the more safer you'll feel. And the more you do it, the more you give away, the more empowered you will feel. And a great strength will come through you. And you'll feel good about yourself and recognize how wonderful you are. If I hear myself say I don't deserve something, I need to begin to say, I'm so grateful I deserve that. I'm so grateful I deserve that. You know, if I get angry at someone, I go, why would you do that? Oh, I forgive my father for that. Or I forgive my mom for that. They did the best they could. And I need to no longer carry that with me, no matter how much they believe those things were true. Ideally, there should be nothing to forgive. But because we have grown up with this idea, it's almost as if the only way to let go of something, the only way to create the catharsis, is to forgive. You see, the brain, it's also, it's not just spiritual, it's physiological too. The neurons in the brain are connected by vine-like dendrites. And years ago they did a test with MRI where they actually studied the brain, and they saw through affirmations affirming a positive in opposition to a negative pattern that one may have had. They saw the dendrites breaking up and the neural connectors all breaking up and the connections forming in a different pattern. So it's not just spiritual, it's physiological, that the brain actually changes its makeup as we begin to affirm things positive. And the key to a positive outlook is forgiving and recognizing that we need to let go of the old in order to move ahead. I used to wake up in the morning and go, oh no, another day. Oh no, another, what am I going to do today? How am I going to pay the rent? And I began to learn that when that thought came up, if it was, oh no, I needed to say, oh yes. I needed to begin to say, oh yes. No one knows me better than me. I don't like everything I know, but no one knows better than me. So if something is interfering with my good, I'm the one that has to look at it and say, hey, is this healthy for you? Is this good for you? And when I say to myself, with something that might sound selfish, is this good for you? Is this healthy for you? When I realize that I maybe have to change my thinking or my patterns of what I do because something is not healthy for me, this helps the world too. If we truly help ourselves and truly love ourselves as best we're able, we learn to love the world and we learn to change and transform the world too. And there is opportunities to grow, opportunities to stretch, opportunities to know yourself better, opportunities to see what angers you, opportunities to see what impassions you. If something angers you, it's because there's a passion in you that wants to change it. That's the secret. How can you change it? Ask for the opportunity to be the vehicle for change, or like Gandhi says, to be the change if they want to see in the world. You must become active. You must be that change. When it came to me that we needed to have a film festival for peace and nonviolence, I realized that the world is crying for peace and nonviolence. Too many people that dislike their jobs and they need to find another job. When they get to the other job, they still dislike it because dislike was in their consciousness. But if they poured themselves into what they do, if they stopped thinking me, and gave more, that's an action to give. And then all of a sudden, the workplace gets better. There is a collective consciousness of all humanity that believes in limitation, believes that wars are the only thing, that believes that conflict is natural. And the more that collective believes it, the more conflict we have. But if that is true, and I believe it's true, then I can also affect the collective by changing my thinking. And if I change the way I view things, maybe I can help someone change the way they view things. And before you know it, this collective begins to change. And the world itself can be transformed by working on yourself. Everyone is a vehicle for good, as long as we just say, what do I need to do today?